listen, we can't deny the price points out there, right? So you do have to have a certain level of wealth to be there, and throw on top of like the buy-in fees and everything that goes on, and just the holding costs in general.
I mean, what are the price points, just for people who don't really understand?
I mean, just for entry level base, you're not getting anything less than 2,200 a square foot, and that seems
which
low.
translates to 4 million, 5 million.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, like obviously there's places that they have on the island that are less than 4 million, but like your entry level is like 4 million.
Gotcha.
And those are the older buildings. Those are the things that are going to need work. But you're seeing the newer stuff on Fish Island sell for well over 4,000 a square foot in the newer buildings. And then they're trying to sell the new building at over 6,000 a square foot. So it's pretty wild to see, like, that's where it's going. And the houses that they're building right now, I think they're selling for like 4,500 a square foot. But the price tag on that's 36 million. So
and there's so few of those, right? So,
well, yeah, they're building 12 currently. So they have 12 lots. One of them is already sold. 4 of the lots individually have sold. The owners haven't decided if they're going to build or not. But yeah, I mean, it's very cool. And this is the last build, right? Like this is
they're out of real estate.
This is it. This is it. There's one other privately owned lot on the island that a private owner owns, but it's basically unsellable just with like the location of it, and you can't really build on. I mean, you can, but it doesn't make sense.
What's the oldest building on Fisher?
I think the first one was built in the early 80s.
It's not that old.
No, of course not. But remember, the island was privately owned for a long time prior to all this development when it was sold to developers.
When governments cut, did an owner decide to do that? Was that a city thing?
I think that was for the harbor, not the harbor,
port,
for
to
the
bring
port.
in the cruise ships and to bring in
the city made it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny. They had no place to put the oil tankers in the new port when they were building it, and now the oil tankers are on Fisher Island. Yes. So there's like one part of Fisher Island that's blocked off that actually is owned by the city of Miami that's not Fisher Island owned, and it's the oil tankers.